You can't win them all. Some people will find you online and then schedule an appointment with another practice. It happens. But what if I told you that a hearing aid manufacturer is the one directing them away the whole time, telling you that they're doing your practice a service? Coming up on this special episode of Audiology Marketing Now, thanks but no thanks. How Oticon's healthy hearing partnership may be hurting your practice. I'm Matt Perry, and this is the show that helps audiologists like you get what they really want: more happy patients and more profits. Before I get into the meat of this episode, let me remind you about the free virtual Audiology Marketing Symposium running April 23rd through the 27th. It's co-presented by Kevin St. Clergy and myself. 15 online presentations from some of the world's best audiology marketers spread across 5 days, all sharing their best tips, tricks, and strategies designed to help you get new patients and explode your practice growth. You can register now for free at audiologysymposium.com. Now, I'm not in the business of burning bridges and making enemies, especially when they're as big as Oticon. But after sincere efforts to resolve this issue on my part and an apparent lack of concern on the part of Oticon and Healthy Hearing, I've decided to step into the shoes of journalists like Geraldo Rivera and John Stossel and expose what I believe is a questionable marketing practice on the part of Oticon and Healthy Hearing. My hope is that this information will help you as a practice owner, and that together we can convince Oticon to change their ways. Now, before I start, let me just say that I don't have any issues with Oticon as a whole. I think they're a fine company, and I think they make fine hearing aids. And I really like a lot of the employees at Oticon. My issue is with this one marketing practice only. That's it. And it doesn't affect everyone. If Oticon is your primary manufacturer, this issue probably won't affect you. But if you have an account with them, but they're not one of your primary manufacturers, you might want to pay attention. Back in 2010, Oticon announced that they had formed a partnership with Healthy Hearing. For those who don't know, Healthy Hearing is an online directory site that lists hearing practices. A little while after this partnership was formed, I received a letter from Oticon stating that, as a service to their customers, they were providing me with a free listing on healthyhearing.com. Great, I thought, more online exposure. That's a good thing, right? And I set the letter aside. Well, a few months ago, I received another letter from Oticon, this time requesting that I collect testimonials from patients to be sent in and listed on Healthy Hearing. They also reminded me of how valuable this partnership. Let me read this to you. Last year, we introduced our strategic partnership with Healthy Hearing, the leading referral site for end users seeking hearing care on the internet. Their strong online presence places your business at the top of search engine results to ensure that when an end user is ready to take action on their hearing loss, you are the hearing care professional they call. This partnership supports you, the independent hearing care professional, by respecting the relationship you have with your patients. When an end user when an end user visits your profile on Healthy Hearing, they are directed to your office for you to decide the appropriate hearing solution that best meets their needs. Now, this is interesting, and I'll tell you why. A little while ago, I was doing some online marketing research with my own practice, and I came across my Healthy Hearing listing, the one they referenced in the letter, when they said, when an end user visits your profile on Healthy Hearing, they are directed to your office for you to decide the appropriate hearing solution that best meets their needs. But when I clicked on my practice's Healthy Hearing profile, they only listed my name and address. There was no phone number. So I called Healthy Hearing to give them my phone number, and they told me I have to do that through Oticon. So I called Oticon, and they told me to add my phone number using their online portal. So I logged in and saw that my phone number was already there. After calling back, I was told that a basic listing on Healthy Hearing does not include a phone number, only your practice name and address. But wait a minute, how are patients supposed to call me, like it says in the letter, This listing is supposed to, quote, ensure that when an end user is ready to take action on their hearing loss, you are the professional they call. How are they supposed to call me if my phone number isn't listed? Where's the value in that type of a listing? Well, I was told that in order to have my phone number included in the listing, I would have to do more business with Oticon. Apparently, there are 3 tiers of listings at Healthy Hearing, and your tier is determined by the quality of your relationship with Oticon. In the lowest tier, your phone number isn't listed. What? Why would they do this? Why would they bother giving us a free listing if people can't actually call us if they find us? Now, I don't know the answer to this, and I can't speak about their motivations, but I can tell you that for those of us who don't have a strong business relationship with Oticon, not only does this kind of listing not help us a whole lot, in my opinion, it actually hurts us. Let's say someone Googles your practice name. It's not unheard of, right? Maybe it's one of your patients. Maybe it's someone who heard a radio commercial, saw a newspaper ad, or found you in the yellow pages and wanted to find out more about you before calling and scheduling. Makes sense. Maybe it's someone who got your name from a friend and they're Googling you to get your phone number. Well, because Healthy Hearing is so good at search engine optimization, there's a good chance that when someone types in the name of your practice, your Healthy Hearing listing is going to show up towards the top of the search engine results. With some of the accounts I've worked with, Google has at times ranked their Healthy Hearing listing above the practice's own website. Well, what happens when someone finds your Healthy Hearing profile in Google and clicks on it? Obviously, they're sent to your Healthy Hearing listing. And if you're in their lowest tier, this is what it looks like. Your practice name, your practice address, and no phone number like we talked about. No way to contact you. But that's not all. Right below your listing is an arrow, little heading with an arrow that says preferred professionals near you, pointing to a list of all your competitors, displaying their phone numbers, a description, customer recommendations, and how many miles away their practice is from yours. You don't even have to click on the link to get all this information. It's all listed on your profile page so the prospective patient can call them instead of you. Do you have a problem with this? I sure do, and I can't for the life of me figure out why Oticon is okay with this. I'm convinced the only reason it continues is because people don't know what's going on. Whether they intend to or not, this relationship with Healthy Hearing is driving people who are searching for your practice to your competitors. Practices that have a better business relationship with Oticon and who probably dispense more Oticon products. And they're saying that this partnership supports you. Now, when I'm deciding if one of my own marketing methods is ethical, I ask myself this question. If my customers knew all the details of this particular marketing strategy, would I be okay with it? Would I feel comfortable with my customers knowing everything? If the answer is no, I label it unethical and I don't do it. When I discovered how this partnership worked for the practices in the lowest tier, I couldn't imagine that this was intentional. The letter talked about end users finding me and calling me, but how could they do that without a phone number? So I called Oticon, and I got nowhere. They told me that if I was unhappy with it, I could have my listing removed. But my concern wasn't for my practice alone. I'm a marketing consultant. There were, by my estimation, over 2,000 other practices in the same situation. Eventually, after much discussion, I was told to email my concerns and they would get to the appropriate people. So I crafted an email explaining the situation, showing how it was damaging to practice owners, and suggesting 2 possible resolutions. The first, include phone numbers and basic listings. Almost every online directory out there includes phone numbers in their basic listings. More advanced listings can include website links, photos, maps, bold text, stuff like that. But the basic listing should at least include a phone number. That would be one way to fix this issue. The other way would simply be, don't give us all free listings. Just give your more active accounts free listings. I'd be okay with that. Both of these solutions would allow Oticon to direct traffic towards their more active accounts, and they would avoid the perception that they were using the names of their less active accounts to get more traffic to their preferred accounts. In the letter, I told them that I felt a responsibility as an audiology marketing consultant to spread the word about the program and how it can hurt practices if they can't fix it. And I fully anticipated then to do something about it. A month later, I still hadn't received a response. Finally, at AAA, in an effort to come to an agreement before having to break the story, I sat down with an Oticon executive and the managing editor of Healthy Hearing to express my concerns, figure out what their intentions were, and resolve the issue. Didn't go well. They told me they weren't going to change anything and that, quote, since it's a free country, I could tell whomever I wanted. So I left that meeting thinking they were either underestimating the reaction of their customers when they find out what's going on here, or they were underestimating my ability to get the word out. But maybe I'm the one whose perception is off. Maybe I'm overestimating people's reaction, and you guys really don't care. Maybe you don't care that there's a page out there dedicated to your practice that Oticon says is there to support you, but gives people no way to contact you and drives their attention to your competitors. Well, I guess we'll find out. So what do you think? Do you have an issue with this? Please let me know either way. As always, you can leave a comment below the video at audiologymarketingnow.com. And if you do have an issue with this, as I do, please call your Oticon representative and let them know. And if you're in their lowest tier and your phone number is not listed, I suggest you have them remove your listing from Healthy Hearing, which they will do. And then spread the word. Go on the boards, the listserv, LinkedIn groups, email your friends and spread the word. Let people know what's going on and see if we can't get our message across and tell Oticon, thanks, but no thanks. You may be calling it a service to your customers, but we don't appreciate it. At least I don't. And when you're done doing that, be sure to tune in next time to learn more modern marketing strategies designed to get you more of what you really want. More happy patients and more profits.